Hello everyone, welcome to Yvonne's crochet tutorial sessions. Today's session is totally designed for the new beginners. So if you are a real new beginner and you are also very interested in crochet learning, and I think this video is really very suitable for you. In today's session, I will introduce for a beginner how to begin a knot and how to do a single crochet, a half double crochet, and also the double crochet. I think after this session, you will be able to have your own crochet project. And believe me and follow with me. Thank you. Make a circle with your fingers and in this way. And after that, just take this end of yarn through this hole, this loop, and get it out. And then you can tuck this end and also this loop to make it much more fastened. And you can see that the loop is very large, and actually you need to tuck this tail and all this tail to make it adjustable and to make it suitable for our hook. And in this way, just insert your hook into this loop and also continue to adjust its loop's size to make it almost suitable for this hook. And in this way, you can move it freely, but also make sure that it is not very large. And on the other hand, you also need to know how to tuck your yarn. And actually, there are several kinds of methods to hold this yarn, but for me, I like this kind of method. And just ring around your yarn around this finger, and then come it in from this finger. And here we just take this end with these two fingers, and in this way you just can start your crochet. And in the first lesson, let's just start with the simple pattern of crochet, that is the single crochet. And the single crochet just means that you only have one stitch for each crochet for each chain. And in the beginning, just take this hook underneath the yarn and pull it towards this end and pull it through this loop and get it upward. And this way you just finish one stage, and you can see that this V shape is just the first stage, and this is the first single crochet. And usually if you are not very easy to identify which one is the first crochet, you just use the stitch marker to mark this one, and to make sure that later you still know that this is the first stage. And after that, just continue to the second stage, and in the same way insert it underneath the yarn and then pull it over through the loop, and this is the second one. And just continue, put it underneath the yarn and pull it through the loop, and this is the third one. And let's just finish again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's just add one more as the chain stitch, and that with the second line. And for the second line, we just use the 10th stitch as the first one of the second line. And as for the last 11, that is the 11th stitch, and that is just is the chain stitch, and we do not count it into any line. So in this way, we just this is the for 11 V, this is the 10th V. So we just insert the hook, and let's just continue, insert it, and yarn over, put it through this loop, the 10 loop. So, and for this single crochet and yarn over and pull it through both of the loop. And in this one, we finish the first stage of the second line. So let's just continue to use the stitch marker to memorize this is the first stage for the second line. And for the next one, just continue to insert your hook into the ninth stitch and yarn over, pull it through from the stitch, and again yarn over, pull it through the both two stitches, and in this way we get the second stage for the second line. And let us just repeat the line. And here we come to the last stage, which one we have made the marker. So just release the marker and take it down. And then we insert our hook into the marked last stage and yarn over, pull it through from the stage, and also yarn over again, pull it through both of the two stages. In this way we got the second line with 10 stitches. And for the third line we also need a chain stage, and this does not count as the first stage for the third line. This is just for the beginning. So let's flip it and to the third line. And for the third line, we also need to confirm from which stage we need to begin, and let us pay attention and also need to count how many stages we have and which one we should begin with. That is the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So this is the 10th one, and let us just begin from this 10th one. That is this stage, and insert from this post, and enter, that is underneath the stage, and just yarn over, pull it up just here, and yarn over again to pull it through from both of the two loops. And in this way we just got the first stage for the third line. So we still need to mark this first stage, and also this would be the last stage for the fourth line. And then let's just continue until the first line, the first stage of the second line. And every time we need to insert our hook underneath the stage and pull it through it, and pull it through the two stitches again, and just to keep this action. And how many stitches we still need to do for this line. Let us remember this first marker. This is the first stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we still need to make single crochet, and let us count this end. 1, 2, 3. So you can see that there are still 3 stitches left that totally match with our counting for the third line. So the last one, let us also get down this marker and to do the last one, this one. So it is, you can see that it is very important for the beginner to make the marker for each first stage. So it is, remember to make this marker as a beginner. So we just finished the third line, and let's finish a half double crochet. And for the half double crochet, you need 2 chain stitches at the beginning, and this 2 crochet does not count as stitches for the next line. And flip it and continue. And for this half double crochet, and there it should be a little bit different. And in this way, we need to yarn over the hook and then insert this hook underneath the stitch here, and then pull it through the post, and then you will find there would be 3 loops on the hook, and in this way we need to yarn over and pull through the yarn, pull through the hook, pull the hook through the 3 hoops together. So in this way we get the first half double crochet. And remember, these 2 chains does not count as the first or second stitches for this line. And on the other hand, this one we have finished. Should and make sure that you can see this one. Yeah, this one. This should be the first stage, for the half double crochet. And in this way, we just need to continue this yarn over and insert the hook underneath the stitch, the whole stitch, and pull it up, get the 3 loops, and yarn over, pull through the 3 loops together, and we get the second stage for the in this line. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That means we have the last one to stage for the half double crochet. So just to finish the last one and pull it through from the 3 loops together, and in this way we just finished the 5th line, that is the half double crochet. And let's just continue how to have another row of half double crochet. And remember, we have 2 chains here and as the beginning of the next line, and flip it. And for the beginning, for the first stage, yarn over and then insert to this one, and pull it through from the 3 loops. And still need to mark this is the first one, and then you will remember that will be the last one for this for next line. And just continue to yarn over and insert, pull it up and pull it through from the 3 loops. So we get the second stage here. Just continue. In order to avoid missing any stitches, let us just double confirm again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let us just find the last one, last stage, and finish this line. Insert into this marked stage and pull it through the 3 loops again. So in this way we finished this line again, and these 2 lines are half double crochet and the other lines are single crochet. So in this way, have you learned this half double crochet and single crochet? If yes, let us just continue to study the double crochet. And for the double crochet, we need 3 chain stitches here, and sometimes I think 2 is also okay. So in this way, we just keep 2 stitches here and flip it. And for the double crochet, you also need to yarn over first, and then also insert your hook into this closest stage for the last line, and also hook it and pull it up. But the difference will be here. For the half double crochet, you will need to pull through the yarn through the 3 loops together. But for the double crochet, you need to pull through the loops twice. So for the first time, you just pull through for the first 2 stitches, and in this way you get this line, and just yarn over again and pull it through from the last 2 loops, and in this way you get the first stage for this line. And still remember, these 2 stitches are the chains. It is not count as the first stage for this line. And on the other hand, this one you just finished should be the first stage. And in this way, you just make a marker here and remember this is the first one. And to continue, you just yarn over again and insert your hook into this stage again, into the next stage, not the same stage. And then put it up and just yarn over, pull it through the first 2 stages, and then you yarn over again and pull it through the last 2 stitches again, and in this way you get the second stage for this line. And you can see that for the lines, the double crochet is longer than the half double crochet again. So sometimes you need this crochet for some projects, and just pull it up through the 2 loops first, and then yarn over again to pull through these 2 loops. So let us count again how many stitches we have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have the last one that we have marked. Just take it down and yarn over to insert our stitches here, our hook here, pull it up and you pull through from the first 2 hoops and pull through for the last 2 hoop loops again. So in this way we finish this line for the double crochet, and you can see that for the double crochet and for half double crochet there would be some holes between the post because it is longer and also it is wider. So this is the specific characteristics for these crochets. And let us just continue for the next line. And remember, we need 2 chains here, and these 2 chains does not count as the stitch for the next line. So just yarn over and insert in underneath the stitch here, and we get 3 loops here, and pull through from the first 2 stitches loops, and then yarn over again, pull through from the last 2 loops, and in this way we get the first stage for this line again. And you can see that these 2 chains is only the part of the double crochet, and it is not count as the first crochet of this line. So just remember the differences. Stitches together, and let's just finish this tutorial and just tack this hook, and we can cut this tail. Just hold it from it, and then if you have finished, and just take down this marker, and we can weave this end and also this end into the part of the project, and to hide it, and also to make it fascinate and to make it secure. And in this way I can need this hook, and also I can need the needle. I can use the needle. So in this way, let me use that I forgot to introduce in the beginning, and you can just insert the tail from this end and try to hide it in the back side. And then you will make this end invisible and also make it secure. You will not make it loose when you want to wash it when you use it. So because this end is a little bit white and a little bit difficult to pull it out, and this way it will be much more secure, and you can also continue to weave it because it's just a tutorial session. So I will stop here for this end. And when you just try another real project, you can make it much more secure. And for this end, also use the same method, and will not see it very detailed, and I will skip this step. So today this session is just over, and I hope you have learned that what is single crochet and what is half double crochet and what is double crochet, and you can also to see the differences for the different crochets. So this is the double crochet, and you can see that the lines is very big, and for the half double crochet it is smaller, but it is not the smallest. And for the single crochet, you can see that it is very tight, and so the length is very small. So this is just a difference, and I hope you have learned all. So thank you, bye bye.